In the heart of the henge, 4 nude druids flock around the altar in unchoreographed ritual. 1. Look at you and they just absolutely lose it, gnashing and wailing. It's clear that your presence here constitutes some kind of affront. You are not welcome here. Where you are welcome and where they'll put you is 6 feet under. Also, guys, when I remove this menu, don't look at the naked druids, because that's highly inappropriate. Hello everyone, my name is ASDF. Welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. Now, we are going to the Big Moist because we're out of side chapters to do. Chapter 4, Swamped. The Big Moist is a terrible name for a swamp. In fact, it's a terrible name for anything, and swamps are terrible in general, so it's fitting, but it's terrible. So notice board, see what there is to notice. There's a poster from the local tourist bureau advertising something called Mud Henge. Apparently it's the biggest henge in the county. Might be worth a look. Oh wait, let's see if there's anything else. Missing Tom Chapman inquire at Largemouth Bass and Sons. Bass? You think it's bass or bass? You think they sell musical instruments or fish? Face of a teenage boy is circled in an attached photograph. A portrait of the boy and his elder male relatives, each holding a largemouth, probably a fish, bass, proportionate to his own height. There's a similar poster right beneath it. Missing Kathy Tracy inquire at Largemouth Bass and Sons. What is going on at Largemouth Bass and Sons? Location unlocked, Largemouth Bass and Sons. Okay, make a missing poster for Charles. While you don't have a pen or pencil with which to write on a missing poster, you could remove the posters already on the notice board. It might not help, but at least nobody will be looking for these 2 kids when they could be looking for Charles. Maybe let's not do anything. So, did we get a code to the basement yesterday? Yeah, we did. I had to look it up, but we ended up finding it. Okay, let's go to Mudhenge first, because that's the tourist attraction. You slog through the swamp. Your slog through the swamp is interrupted by an unfortunately familiar face. There you are, dearie. How nice to see you again. Although I would have wished for a more festive setting, but I'm afraid this can't wait for the winter snow. Oh, geez, not you again. Me again? Dark Noel, at your service. You'd be doing me a service by leaving me alone. No, now, don't be such a Grinch. I have presents for you. What's a Grinch? Wait, did you say presents? That's right. Painful retribution and Yuletide curses. It was very clever of you hiding in the Institute all warm and cozy behind the Dean's wards where I couldn't get to you. What is this, Harry Potter? Swog through the slump? Yeah, my reading skills. But now that you're near the source of our power, it's time for me to deck your halls if you get my meaning. I don't get the meaning. I'm just looking for my uncle, I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't know anything about the Dean, or your plans, or those weird dreams, or any of it. She lays a finger aside of her nose, and her eyes start to grow red and green. Swell. Well, this should be an easy fight. Okay, let's make everybody on fire. Let's buff all our teammates. We could do 10 hot damage. She has 57 HP. Okay, these guys are probably all gonna die. 10 hot damage. Reduce his moxie. I did not realize that Dark Noir was a man. I thought Dark Noir was a woman. Oh well, okay. Let's try this because I think moxie 8, attack for 15. That's still for 15. Okay, well, I guess we'll just, yeah, this ought to be fine. They only lost 5. Oh no. Oh, it's fine. That thing's gonna burn to death, so. The mosquito did it. Buzz the mosquito coming in clutch. Let's go. Welcome to Mudhenge, admission to meet. Very clean booth for such a muddy henge. Welcome to Mudhenge. What is this place? Friend, it's Mudhenge. What's that? It's one of the area's most popular henges. Folks travel from all over to see this mysterious mud. Heard of Stonehenge? Is it like that? I don't see the comparison. You say so. She sighs. Look, we could talk for hours about Stonehenge. Stonehenge is big, Stonehenge is strong. I've gone all over this, so with respect, what I'm interested in talking about is Mudhenge, which is a formidable monument in its own right, and so much more than a first draft of Stonehenge, as they sometimes say in the magazine. Wow. Hey, what's up, V? What's so special about Mudhenge? Special? Well, during the swamp solstice, it's said that the needle of a compass placed upon the central altar will point not to west, but secret west, where lies the thing you need the most. That's special enough for you? When is the swamp solstice? If you're in a swamp, it's pretty much always the swamp solstice. What is the Secret West? You're so sore right now? Dude, me too. we went climbing on Sunday and everything hurts. Oh, man. But that's awesome. Being sore, like, oh, I hope you love it as much as I do. I love being sore. What is Secret West? I'm no mystician, but the Secret West is the direction in which lies that thing your heart is most missing. And it's said that a compass laying on the altar of Mudhenge during the swamp solstice will point to Secret West. That was the object of the Mudhenge challenge, but of course we don't run the challenge anymore. Too hard, too many missing, presumed dead. You're gonna get shredded, let's go. I'm gonna get shredded, sobbing tears at the end. Yeah, getting shredded is hard. What does that mean, the thing your heart is most missing? Well, it's kind of up to you. Up to your heart, that is. Could be a secret crush, that new job, maybe just a piece of bread. I guess I could say my heart is missing Charles right now. Charles? Is that your secret crush? Maybe you're my secret crush. Sir, I'm married. Oh, alright. Alright. I'd like to visit Mudhenge. Well, and why wouldn't you? It's the best and most mysterious henge on this side of the border. Admission is 2 meat. What border? I believe it's all of them. Okay, here's 2 meat. I knew you wouldn't be able to come all this way without seeing the famous Mudhenge. Here's a pamphlet that goes over just about everything we know about the history of this ancient monument. Okay, I'll be on my way, thanks. Can we read it? Little is known about the history of Mudhenge. Great. Great, I should do the push-up challenge with you and Hannibal. See, the thing is, I do tricep push-ups, right? And of all of my muscles, probably my triceps need the least amount of work. And that's my problem with doing the push-up challenge. Someone's going to lose their job at a fence factory. We paid 2 meat for admission and then just squeezed through anyways, so that was weird indeed. Huh. Mysterious. Oh, 13 hobo code. We don't have enough hobo code for that. But I could do a different challenge. I wouldn't mind. An arcane message in strange script. Translated the message on the rock reads, drowned Mary's crown is buried past the hewed tower. Well, which one's hewed? What's over to the east? The east, huh? Nothing's over to the east. Do these all loop to each other? Oh, what is that? Hello, sir? Stop. How do I get out of here? Sir? How do we get that guy? Is he just always around? No, he's not always around. Which one goes to that side? Okay. Well, that one gave us a sound. So probably that one first, then down, then... Nope. Okay, so it's this, then down, then this one? Nope. It's got to be the far one then. So leftmost, down, rightmost. It wasn't that one either? Okay, maybe it's left, down, left again. Yes. So left, down, left. Oh, hi there, bud. Hello, we've met before, haven't we? When we meet, it is not me. I'm with ya. It's not much time. This to help you go where you are going. We got a 1/3 full gas can. Is that for the bus? I don't need that anymore. I got enough gas for the bus. More than enough, actually. Sorry. I come to give help. I come from far away. I come at great personal cost. Have you got anything else that I can use? Oh, there was a guy standing over there. Okay. See if this guy's there again. What is happening? How do we even... Okay, there's the rock. No one's around. Okay. Oh, he gave the what's to the east. Okay, so when 5 of them go through, seems like that's when... So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Hey, 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 hey. 5. No. Just 4. 1, 2, 3. The guy's over there again. Hey, 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 get over here. 4. Now what do I do? Far one, okay. Then down. I am so confused, but I think we're making progress. Then up. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Far right. Oh, hi. Hi. Wait. Stop. Why does everybody run away from me? And then far right again, right? And then we go maybe this left one? No. Okay. Try again. Oh, the old guy was there. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's this far right one. Oh, what if I go on this side of him? Okay, we just collide. And then it was this one. No, it wasn't that one. No. Man. I'm not opposed to getting in shape. I was just talking to a friend of mine that I went climbing with. Oh yes, the Lost Forest from the game with the guy who doesn't talk. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not opposed to getting in shape. I don't like working out without a fitness goal. So if my goal was like I want to run a 5K or something, then I could totally see that. Oh, we did it? Okay. Now what? Oh, not that one. This is so long. This is gonna take forever. Oh, so I don't go... So you just gotta say, hey, want to run a 5K with me? Well, no, then I have to figure out if I want to run a 5K with you, you know? Like, I don't know if I want to do that. But I won't... So I won't diet... I hit my weight goal after we left on a trip. I don't remember where I'm at. I think I need to go through this one now. No, it wasn't that. Oh, hey. Oh. When we got back from our trip, I had hit my weight goal. And then I decided not to have any more weight goals because it's not a healthy way to lose weight. Typically, the better way is to have a fitness goal. And so then that would be like, I want to be able to climb a V8, which I would like to be able to consistently climb V8. So that would involve hangboarding and core workouts, and pull-ups. So I could do like a pull-up challenge. Okay, we've done that one maybe again. Nope, not again. Okay. Let's do the whole thing. Left, down, left, down, and then right, and then down, and then right. And then the right of the 2. And then maybe left? No. Left. Down. Left. That guy's just gonna run away. Down. Right. Down. So I could do core workouts and leg workouts and stretching. I need to stretch. So that's like a huge... What did I say it was after this one? It was down again? No. This is like a terrible game of that Simon Says. Stretching is the worst. Yeah, kinda. So, yeah, core workouts, stretching, and pull-ups is what I need. This is down, right? And then right. And then this one. Then, okay, we've tried down. We've tried that one again. We haven't tried this one. It is that one. Hey, look at that. In the heart of the henge, 4 nude druids flock around the altar in unchoreographed ritual. One look at you and they just absolutely lose it, gnashing and wailing. It's clear that your presence here constitutes some kind of affront. You are not welcome here. Where you are welcome and where they'll put you is 6 feet under. Also, guys, when I remove this menu, don't look at the naked druids, because that's highly inappropriate. I have no objection to nudism, but I will fight you. Just gonna dust them all. Now they're nude but covered in dust. You can look at them now. They have enough dust caked on them. At last, the non-literal beating heart of Mudhenge. As you draw near, the needle on your compass spins wildly. Of course, it's, as the guide outside told you, a compass placed upon this altar will point towards Secret West, where lies the thing that your heart most desires, which makes this place far superior to Stonehenge, where the most that'll happen to your compass is that a badger might eat it. What we do without their stashes? Put the compass on the altar. There's the question, of course, of what exactly your heart desires most. What are you hoping to find here in the endless gloom of the Mudden Henge? Charles, I guess. The needle spins smoothly clockwise until it doesn't. Seized by a queer magnetic force, the tremulous needle... tremulous? Twitches violently between the cardinal and non-ecclesiastical directions. It's horrible. It's a horrible, upsetting sight, and it feels like a mercy-killing when, with a gasp of inexplicable breath, the needle falls still, its head pointing toward the west-north arc. Is the needle okay? Honestly, no. Sorry to hear it. Towards the northwest arch? The west-north arch, which is this one, right? Right? What's up, little Ivy Kitty? Not that one? This one? West is towards the left. I forgot about that. Well, this is quite another henge altogether. The mists of Mudhenge have parted, and you now stand before the great husk of an antebellum riverboat grounded upon the swampy shore. Location unlocked, the wreck of the longer fellow. The needle of your compass bends its neck to point urgently toward the boat's top deck. You don't know how a compass needle can contort itself like that, but it's very unpleasant to watch. Mudhenge must have brought you here for a purpose. Charles is here. Oh, you found another game similar to it? Oh, what is it? Forge ahead with low to moderate purpose. That's what I'm about. You got Charles's wrench. Return it to Charles when you find him. He dropped this 7/8 inch combination wrench as a clue to help you find him, with CW printed on the side. That's strange. Obviously this belongs to Charles, but he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who'd lose one of his tools carelessly, nor the kind of guy who'd leave trash around his campsite. You look around more carefully and discover weird tracks in the mud. Big clawed bipedal tracks. Maybe Gatorman tracks, and there's a spot where some kind of scuffle clearly happened. Oh geez, well that tears it. Charles Wallace must have gotten kidnapped by Gatorman. Maybe he dropped the wrench on purpose to attract your attention. Hopefully you can find him soon. Oh boy, under this thing that was possibly once a bookcase, you notice a crawdad has set up camp and gathered a horde of shiny pebbles. It is guarding it vigorously. A regular shellfish. Wow, that's a thing. We got a crusty roll, guys. It's called Springblade. It's only $8 on Steam. That's cool. It's fine for nature to reclaim the shipwreck, but this plant doesn't have to look so happy about it. Fight for your right to make metal stuff. Okay. We're gonna make him on fire by 6, and then we'll just, we'll just dust him. Where's Molly? Is Molly no longer our companion? What a glittering prize has lured these rubber-necking stink bugs and bees to this gloomy ruin. You ate Molly! Aw, man. Beat it, bugs! All peaceful efforts have failed. Battle stations. Okay. Well, there's kind of a lot of bugs. Let's unleash this. Let's buff our mosquito friend. And then let's deal... let's deal hot damage to the ones that still have some health. Oh, we have no AP. Got it. Oh, we could have just dusted them all. Increases your stench armor by 5. That's good because we need that for some things. You gain 12 meat. A little bit of meat, and would you look at that? Look at it. Other than... The only other thing in the trunk is a magazine about model trains. Those bugs got their little bite marks all over its pages. Funny. Those creatures may look different, but they like a model train just the same as you. Yes, something to think about. Nothing's left in here but an old model train magazine falling apart like misglued couplings on a Mecklenburg T4. Coast around in search of some other beach? Okay, no, let's not leave yet. So the N and the E are gone. I don't know that that helps us. And then I want to see what's over behind the ship. Oh, the wheel on this boat has run aground. I would say this boat is very much aground. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Time of your life. Okay. The speaker faulty still broadcast, but the transmission is unintelligible. It's not that easy. The fuse inside the speaker's casing has succumbed to swamp necrosis. It's a real issue for these wooden riverboats, especially when they crash into swamps. We discard the necrotic fuse and swap in a new one with the replacement fuse snug in its new bed, the transmission of which you caught only garbled fragments now makes itself clear. And be that it, have ye finally fixed that infernal machine? Will you nod once if you can hear me? Nod once. You nod as directed. Praise be to the seas and the creatures in these. Fine work, landlubber. Do you mind if I call you landlubber? You nod in the affirmative. Yes, ye be fine with calling ye that? Then, landlubber, it must be then, till we can make the proper introductions. Speaking of which, this is Captain Dan of the riverboat Longerfellow, and it gives me no pleasure to report that mine vessel has run aground here in this fiendish and soggy fen I call Davy Swamp's Locker. Davy Swamp's Locker? We few survivors be trapped up in the wheelhouse. What happened here? Wondering about all this, are ye? Well, the Longerfellow is a pleasure paddler. We paddle the east coast and show the passengers the time of their lives. This last sail, a sparkling black cloud, otherworldly it was, hurled us off course and into this violent bog. Pleasure paddle fast turned to pain paddle as our vessel we were overrun by creatures and nasties. Only 5 souls and mine remain of the voyage, trapped up here in the wheelhouse for, well, how long only the boat gods know. 5 souls with Charles among them. When did he find time for a riverboat cruise? Through mime, you attempt to capture the essence of Charles. Never was one for charades, landlubber, but if I'm understanding you correctly, the answer's no. A jellyfish will not have sex before marriage. Oh, I don't even know how in the world I would mime that, but that's what he got for it. Nothing for it, you'll have to press on, or not, you know, you could stop all this right now and do something else. Grad school, now that's an idea. The wheelhouse. You make the shapes of a wheel and a house with your hands and then shrug. Know ye the parts of a boat, landlubber? 2 levels above this, above ye be the main deck, and there you'll find the captain and his wheel. Not on boat may be higher than the captain. Okay. You glance around the boat for any sign of this captain. If you're wondering how I know you're aboard, landlubber, I have me bendy telescope to thank. Not much for us to do trapped in the wheelhouse, but hold the bendy telescope and look through the bendy telescope. Okay. I do not have the appropriate emotes to respond to that. Yeah, that's a lot of this game. You mime handing out a mail and packages. That's what you do. You're a helpful person. Ye didn't ask for this, I know, and ye must feel like the unluckiest landlubber in the world, but there be 5 innocent souls in the wheelhouse with me, blocked by broken pipes, spewing scalding hot steam. Will you help us? You solemnly commit yourself to the task. I ask that ye enter the most private of boat parts, the hull, where the wildlife has done defilement most foul to our steam pipes. Funny be it not that the same steam that gave life to this boat also took it from most of the passengers. I think we are only beginning to understand that nature and the whims of steam, but that be a mystery for another day. That's so sad, dying to steam. Oof. The code to the hull door must be the birthday of the Longerfellow, January 4th, 1845, but there be a catch, and I aren't talking about what we used to haul up for Friday lunch, crabs and such. Can't rightly remember the date format we used on that lot. Could be standard, that is month, day, year, or international, day, month, year, or more like maritime basic, year, month, day, or maritime plus, which be that backwards. Who the heck does month, day? What would, today is what, 12? It's December 6th, 2022, which would be 221026. That's terrible. Okay, so it's January 4th, 45. Man, okay. Browse. The refreshments card has been scavenged of all nourishment, save a paper menu which you should not eat. Okay, let's eat the menu. Not even the distressed passengers of the doomed Longfellow resorted to that. We gain XP. The wrecking of a ship exerts a dreadful psychological toll on all those poor souls trapped aboard, and none can understand their especial torment except by experiencing it. But you've come pretty close to, you think, by wandering on board well after the fact and munching on a menu. Oh yes. Oh yes, that must be it. Can we just 20 hot armor? Okay. 6 spaces, which means only 6 possible combinations. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so it was January 4th, 45. Okay, so it could be 4th of January, 45. Okay, it could be 45, January 4th. Wait, 45-0014. Or it could be 410045. Or it could be 410054. Ah, I messed it up. 410054. That's not it either. 42069. Ha. That's Captain Dan. Fine, but it's Captain ASDF. Understood, Captain. What news? Get him to say the code. Okay, January 4th, 1845 could be the code. It could be year, month, day. And it would be... I don't even know what month, day is. Because month, day would be... Because the month is 01 for January, right? So month, and it's 04 for the day. 450014. I think I tried that. 450014. Yeah, that's not it. Okay. A great wooden wheel is in the final stage of wheel death. Upon its spokes, you can make out a message scrawled in blood or red mud. Dan, we are all broke upon thine wheel. He said it could be backwards though, right? So that would be 410045. Maybe it's 1845 and then 14. Maybe it's year 451414. Maybe it's 414145. Maybe it's whatever we're gonna look up real quick online. Oh, there's a news article about the boat. Well, then we have to go all the way back to Ocean City. I guess it makes sense that there's a news article about the boat, but I don't know. That's kind of a stretch. This one's kind of a stretch. In fact, the last chapter I felt like had a lot of things that were kind of a stretch. You find something interesting. Aha, there's something about the wrecked riverboat in the swamp. Today, a new charter riverboat, the Longfellow, was announced. Those possessed of sufficient endowment to charter the vessel are guaranteed the time of their lives. According to the boat's owner, Mr. Henry Longfellow, who is the younger and longer brother of poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, at the riverboat's champagne christening on the Crystal Dream River, one reporter was heard to joke, "Is there a longest fellow?" To which Mr. Longfellow replied somberly, "No, that is a myth." That doesn't help us. The key is to treat the puzzle's month-day numbers swapped, as in treat the date as April 1st, 1845. Code then is 140054. That doesn't make any sense. But I guess we'll go back to the boat. Okay. Suddenly a tuft of swamp swubbery parts, and a man with the head of an alligator pops up, glaring at you. Glad I wasn't the only one confused. Yeah, same, me too. Whoop! Hello, you must be one of those gatormen Jessica was talking about, huh? Human? How human? Well, both my parents smell wrong! Not human stink! Do I smell bad? You smell basically normal as far as you can tell in a swamp. Dark stink, shadow stink. Huh? You know about the shadow stuff? Shadow good, good stink, like stink. Wow, this is a real roller coaster of a conversation. I follow, kill enemies, eat enemies, name Alphonse. Can I call you Al? No! Can you at least stop yelling? Gah! Fine. Alphonse has joined you as a companion. I guess Molly's not with me for some reason, so we'll take him. Hey, Molly, mind waiting for me back at ASDF's place? Okay, Buck, but it's rude to keep a girl waiting. Continue with your new gator friend. Okay, so said the code was 140054. 140054. Yeah, that doesn't even make any sense. That they needed some QA on that thing right there. Okay, gator friend. We're gonna reach inside. You got a shadow clarinet. Reduce all of an enemy stats by 13. Holy moly. Okay, we're gonna make trouble. We're just gonna dust them because they're weak. Weak laundry facilities, including this hand-operated washing machine, are kept well below the deck. Guests don't want to see how the sausage is washed. We got an unglorious tiara fit for a disgraced queen. This must have belonged to the ship's cabinet boy. You got deckhand's pants. You can't wear them because you have regular legs. Okay. You wonder if somewhere there's a deckhand running around without the pants, but given the state of the boat, it's far more likely that they are dead. A note is taped up inside the cabinet. A sailor's Poseidos and Poseidons. Poseidus and Poseidons. Remember your date formats. Standard, month, day, year, which would have been 010445. Local, month, day, year, month. Okay, radio, year, month, day, month, year. International, okay, this is nuts. Maritime basic reversed would be day, month, year. Maritime minus. Paddle Academy standard. Poseidu and make your own date formats. Be creative. And there's a second page, maritime humor. What's the best part? What's the pirate's best part of the boat? The starboard. What's a sailor's favorite joke? Land. Okay, that's great. How does this help us? A lone needle governs this gauge. Its machinations its own. Use the machine. The gauge has no controls and nothing that can be used. Just hit it. Let's hit it again. Nope. Bonk. Did that do it? Yes, now the steam's over here. Perfect. A confession, friend. Rarely would I put me trust in a landlubber, but this far ye've proved ye have the true heart of a sailor. Yes, I keep it in a jar. I've got a job done. Once again, I can't hear you, friend, but I hope you weren't joking about keeping the heart of a sailor in a jar or something similar. Captain Dan makes a laugh much as any shippy, but there's something no man nor beast should e'er joke over, and that's sailor's death. I think we can agree on this. Not getting to joke about dead sailors is the highest form of censorship. Like that guy that came by during the Half-Life stream that was all angry because I didn't allow swearing in the chat, and he was like, "You're impeding my free speech." And we were like, if you're not having fun, you can leave. And then he left and came back. But I'm afraid I must tell ye that we have a new problem. Ye may have dealt with the steam pipes, but now we be locked in the wheelhouse. Expect ye'll find the door key in the crow's nest. Ye know how crows be. I don't know anything about crows. You stand stock still in corvid ignorance. Man, these words, I don't even know them. No, please, hurry. Some of the passengers in here be getting hungry, and I don't mean for a nibble on the bendy telescope. Okay. Great. Leaving unattended bags on the deck. Is that a Poseidu or Poseidon? It's a Poseid. No, it's a Poseidon. We got a battery. Yay. That's a big old crow. Let's look at this. Nothing of value, only a scrap of handwritten letter, the rest of the paper having succumbed to swamp atrophy. But having said that, Martha, the boat has taken a sharp and sickening turn into a black and shimmering tear in the sky itself, and I fear we are heading for land with an unsafe speed. Grateful if you could call your father and rescue me from this impending unpleasantness. I will get this letter away to you promptly. I am sure the swamps have mailboxes. Okay. 3 outhouses all alike in dignity, below average. A clipboard on the side of the structure informs you that these outhouses were locked up by Deckhand Pat once again. You don't need to use an outhouse right now, which is fortunate, as the 2 unlocked doors contain not toilets but rat skeletons, and the 3rd door is locked. Let's examine it. You run your hands lightly across the roof and can make out a carpenter's mark, the initials VH. Either that stands for Valley Hardware or Versatile Hog. If you haven't met the Versatile Hog yet, you don't want any part of that, and you don't want any part of that at all. Open the lock. Like a 2-legged spider, this lock has 6 spaces. Oh, boy. I don't know. The handwritten sign on the barrel reads, Bosun C.C. David. A brackish soup bubbles in the bottom of the barrel. The remains of David grim and foul smelling. Gross. We got a couple meat. Okay, I'm gonna... You think it's the same combination? What was it? 410054? No. Okay. Not the same combination. A beastly crow eyes you with avian bloodlust. That was so loud. Okay, I guess... Do we need stench armor? Let's see if we have any stench armor. Swamp honey... a hat that gives us +4 stench armor. Is that enough? Yes. We got a sailor's cap, which is cold armor, which we don't need. It didn't have to be that loud. Yeah, I know, right? Some of this, I feel like... Because if you look in our settings... We have sound effects at 75%, already on top of 50, and I feel like some of the sound effects didn't get tagged as a sound effect, and they just go at 100% full blast. Because, like, opening the backpack is a sound effect. And then the crow is also a sound effect, and it's just nuts. Anyways. We were gonna wear the... +5 to magic attacks. Yes. So the crow... Ah, oh, man. Okay. VH... Deckhand Pat. Is there anything about Deckhand Pat? Maybe we'll go talk to the captain. About this Deckhand Pat fellow. Point frustration at the crow on sun deck. Aye, the crows have taken the Longfellow, are made of her proud wooden bones their nest. 'Tis the fate that befell me, own mother. I cannot help you now for the same reason I could not help Mama. I am trapped in a boat's wheelhouse. Get him to say the code again. Okay, I need the code. January 4th, 1845, but what date format? I don't know. Maybe... Well, let's just try normal. 1445. Nope. Let's try 4145. Alright, let's go back down to the bottom, because what's this note? I don't remember what the note was. Let me look back down at the formats. Okay, standard month, day, local radio. Does somebody want to write these down? Let me just write them down real quick. There's our formats. Let's leave. Wait, maybe if we eat the note, we'll gain its powers. Eating the note is a big Poseidon. Okay. They're gonna stretch that joke as far as they possibly can. You just know it. Okay. No, don't go down there. Thank you for trying to confirm it. It's gonna be one of those weird ones, I bet. So let's try day, month, which is 0, 0, day, year, 4, 4. What was I doing? Day, month, day, year, year, month. 5, 1. Nope. Okay, so we'll try day, year, month, day, year, month. No. We'll try day, month. Well, we've tried. I feel like we've tried the other ones. We did month, day, year. We didn't do day, month, year. Because it's like it's backwards or something. We can try that weird one, which is year, day. Sorry, the weird one is year, month, day, day, month, year. And then we'll reverse that. So year, day, month, month, day, year. Didn't like that one either. We could do day, day, month, month, year, year. We've done. Year, month, day, and then we'll try reversing those for some reason if it's backwards. And then we've got day, month, year, year. Okay, we've got man, I don't even know. The cabin boy wasn't very creative and used a previous code while changing it a little bit. 040154. What? 040154? He just reversed the year? Okay. Hold on a second. We need to pause. The game expects us to just guess randomly until we get it. That's kind of a scummy mechanic. That's just like, here, spend extra time in this game that's just going to be frustrating. Because that wasn't even one of the things. I mean, his note said play around with it and be creative, but we pretty much had some combination of 2 zeros, a 1, 2 4s, and a 5 in any order. That's pretty lame. I love this game for the most part, but this is the second time we've had one of those like weird random codes. And yeah, loathing games are usually better than this when it comes to puzzles. We had an amazing puzzle that took like almost the whole last episode, and it was great. And this time, guessing random numbers. Come on. It's like they just needed a puzzle and they forgot to like go make it better. You step from the outhouse into a beautiful day. The sky is blue and bright, the glistening deck freshly swabbed, and the passengers hale, hearty, and freshly swabbed. Everybody's swabbed. You exist in a moment of joy, a frozen tear on a warm cheek. Cool beans. I've never met Mr. Longerfellow. This guy's taking a survey. Pencil in hand, the passenger muses over his missive. It's a letter in progress. Oh, Martha, I was never fit to be a husband so long as my mind was cursed to generate my great ideas. For example, if we twist the cow differently, might we produce not milk but cheese? No, that's not how it works. I must be free of our marriage if I am to pursue this notion. I trust this clears up why I drove out of the car so suddenly. No. What a terrible guy. A deckhand stands where that crow was, or rather will. Afraid there's no access to the promenade right now. The stewards are tastefully arranging lunch, and the slightest disturbance could throw off the tastefulness. Do you transform into a crow in the future? Hope not. Left my crow phase behind in my 20s, like any lad. I think this boat's gonna crash. Sea travel's perfectly safe, I assure you. Statistically, it's more dangerous to ride a motorcycle into the ocean. It is. It definitely is. You have to stop this boat. Stop the boat? The captain wouldn't hear of it. He took this charter to show all his guests the time of their lives, and that's just what he means to do. Well, what do you make of Captain Dan? The captain's disciplined, all right, and no mistake. I like to joke that Dan stands for disciplined and no mistake. That's a joke you like to make. Correcto. Okay, good cruise to you too. Fine day for a crab lunch, eh? The crown sparkles like the well-brushed tooth of an ice troll. Fine cruise, sir. Who are you? Who am I? I am multitudes, sir. To one, I am one thing. To another, another. To some, I am a riverboat passenger. To others, a countess of the city of clocks. What do you make of this? She barely glances at the tarnished double of her glorious crown. I have looked upon my bones before, and I expect I shall again. Oh, okay. What? Nice crown. Tiara. Can I have the tiara? I'm sure you can possess it, but I do not believe it can ever be had by anyone. Where'd you get it? It was gifted to me by a scientist that sacrificed his heart for a city that had stopped breathing. What city's that? It is dead and buried. Let it remain thus. How much for the tiara? It has a price, yes, 100 meat. Cash? That's more straightforward than I expected. I do not tell you what I want, I tell you what the price is. Okay, I'll buy the tiara. Oh, that's pretty good. If we added the spell damage to this, it would probably be better. She abdicates the tiara without ceremony. This is a purchase by you of a city from its final countess. Neat. Look, this boat is gonna crash. Yes, I think you should not be here when it does. She has not looked at you this whole time. A fine cruise, goodbye. How strange. The crowd's too excited about the stairs to let you through. Okay, let's talk to this guy. If I don't see a whale on this cruise, I will simply throw up. Okay. Is that it? That's all we can do? Well, I guess we can... Oh. The dreadful crow perks right up as you exit through the outhouse. If that beak's good for one thing, it's sniffing out sparkling tiaras with great agitation. He flaps his giant wings and leaps off the deck right at you like a king's sickly second cousin. He wants the crown and he's gonna take his shot. Should we toss him the tiara or just fight? I feel like let's just fight it. It doesn't even have that much XP. We'll give it a lot of on fire, we'll buff our teammates, and then just in case this doesn't kill him. Yeah, okay. Excelsior, 129 meat. Okay. The stairs lead up to the top deck where normally only those passengers who have lived a virtuous life can ascend. You always hear about the crow's nest on a boat, that and the crow's hole. We got a Longfellow ring. Makes you longer? What? Hang on, 1 second. Are we taller? I don't know. Let's go back to the SIT class ring. Yeah. Reaching this one. You got a crow bullion. A bar of gold engraved with the head of a stately crow. Crows use this for money. Okay, we got a wheelhouse key. Nice. We're gonna fight more crows. The giant and ghoulish crow asserts unchallenged dominion over the boat's top deck, and he rules not through love but fear. For what is scarier than a crow? Me. I am. What's that? A human? Outscare a crow? If you figure out a way to do it, let the rest of us know, would you? For you'd be the first in the history of this world. We are going to turn your eyes. Terrifying. That sound was terrifying. The crow pales like a dauphin at the guillotine and scurries away fast as its giant wings. Let's scare this one to death. Terror and invisible... Oh. Hang on. Which one do we have more of? Oh, we have 7 of all 3, so... These crows are so loud, they need to go. The crow's dark feathers turn white, and with the last vestiges of his strength, he abandons the deck and communal nest. We're going to shatter his mind. Cellar door is the most beautiful phrase in the world. Say it backwards. The crow staggers overboard, grasping at his last scraps of sanity like a sudden tear in a bathing suit. This power of yours is one to be used responsibly. Okay. Fight the bird or fright the bird. Who needs jump scare sound effect when you have the crows? Yeah, really. The whole swamp is now fertilized and it hatches with the mutterings of the man who gobbles up the courage of crows like so much country stew. So mythic is this figure, nobody would believe that you, a mortal, is he unless you show them. Flex your tongue with malice, let your eyes do the talking, open your eye mouth, open your third eye and your bicep. Do I want a third eye in my bicep? I think I want to let my eye mouth do the talking. The first farmer to stick a scarecrow in his wheat fields was never really satisfied with his creation. Sure, it worked, but it didn't look like what he'd seen in his mind. The thing he saw those thousands of years ago was you. In this moment, you are the scarecrow. You have always been the scarecrow. You gain 15 XP. Alright. Yeah, that's exciting. Look through the mount anyway. A few feet out from the riverboat's carcass, a frog is fighting off a heron with a whip. Rarely are you afforded such a close-up view of nature. Footsteps on the deck, be it ye, landlubber? Yes. At last, the wheelhouse, your compass is going wild. Charles must be inside. 'Tis the wheelhouse, not the window house. Had a spare in here. Okay, well, we got the spare key. What is this? What? The creaks reach your ears before the creak or your eyes. Suspended from the ceiling, this boxy thing given motion lurches left, right, and down, straining at the springs rafted to its back. There is no ship's captain, no passengers, no Charles. This automaton. This creature is the only living thing in the wheelhouse, if you call that living. Who are you? A landlubber in me wheelhouse? 'Tis the day most dreaded by every sailor. Worse fate even than the chomping by the chitinous beak of a frightful Scylla. I can only guess that the boat's being on land has imbued you with extra powers, allowing you to make it this far. You're Captain Dan? Aye, though the crew would joke my full name ought to be Dangerous Machine. But that is only a joke. I go by Danny Machine, which in turn is short for Dangerously Machine. Okay, what's been going on here? I'm afraid ye've been a passenger on me riverboat ruse. Weren't me that needed saving from the steam, the crows, and the bugs, but ye that needed killing by them. Seems harsh. A machine I be, landlubber, made to follow instructions. Me instructions were to captain this riverboat and show all those aboard the time of their lives. The time of their lives, ye see. Time meaning beginning, middle, and end. To fulfill me task to its letters, I had no choice but to ram the riverboat into a monstrous swamp and terminate every living soul aboard. Right, some questions. Water away, that's how we say fire away at sea. Was my friend Charles ever here? Here? A landman in my wheelhouse? Never. Wonder why Mudhenge sent me here. Mudhenge, you be thinking of Stonehenge, landlubber. Why'd you try and kill me? I'm not a passenger. Aye, and ye be alright, for a landlubber, har har. Only teasing, but me instructions require me to show all aboard the time of their life. So once ye boarded the craft, ye became me responsibility. Really, I say your quibble is with the writers of me instructions and not with me. So you'll just kill everyone who comes across this boat? Can't promise it, but yar, I'll give it the old college try. Old water college, that is. I'm starting to doubt your command of nautical knowledge. Doubt me command, do ye? Mutinous talk, shut your land lips. Your logic's a little strained. You're whispering land lies, lad. What ye believe to be faulty reasoning is mere misfires in your rotting brain. To me, a perfectly correct creature of logic, and a model sailor to boot. What I've done as captain, be not just logical, but very, very good and smart. You know you've misinterpreted time of your life. Misinterpret? The only miss I know, landlubber, is the powerful mistress we sails call the ocean. I be a sailor, ye know. If you were a sailor, you'd know your Poseidons and Poseidons. Aye, what of it, I hardly need a lecture on me Poseidons from a land leech. Killing your passengers and crew is, to me, a big Poseidon. Captain Dan dangles uncomfortably from his rod grafts. Even I, a landlubber, know that. Captain Dan's wooden noggin starts to spin like an owl on a merry-go-round. Do you know less about the sea than a landlubber? Captain Dan's limbs spin and spin, threatening to overheat, until, instead, he whimpers into non-existence. He feared you the most, ASDF, and always did. For all his faults of logic, he fancied himself a sailor to his wooden bones, and it is a tenet of nautical prophecy that the only thing that can kill a sailor is a man from the land. Okay, well, we got a bendy telescope. Deals muscle plus 5 physical damage, not bad. Your enemies will never see it coming, getting knocked on the noggin with a bendy telescope, not even if they had access to their own bendy telescope. Okay. You leave Dan shattered into wormwood food, his anchor laying in automaton hell. No longer shall he menace land or sea, and this little patch of swampland is safe once again, if not especially desirable to visit or live. I hope you had the time of your life. Okay. The compass needle oscillates violently in the presence of the console. Just like that, the needle reverts to its normal function, pointing west. So Charles was never here, just some electrical interference confusing your compass. This would never happen at Stonehenge. The ship's radio still broadcasts, though only to an empty and derelict riverboat. We'll take the wheel. I assume you mean take it with you, not take control of the ship. We got the steering wheel, a traditional wooden ship's wheel in your non-traditional location. Your pocket. I'm not gonna swear into the microphone. No, I'm gonna let the in-game character do it. Because it seems like an option. Despite the radio's limited broadcasting area, the filthy and unprintable words from your mouth blast a horrible smell across the country. And at this exact moment, many miles away, a creature's eyes snap open for the first time. The Federal Radio Commission has been born. Oh boy. Fiddlesticks. That's right. I just blasted fiddlesticks into the whole nation. Also, apparently, oh, what happens if we go back in the past now? Read the telegram again? Mr. H. Longerfellow, Riverboat Company, stop, hope you well, stop. Oh, hope you well, stop, because that's periods in telegrams. Requesting permission to mutiny. Stop. Captain ordering ship into storm. Stop. Says passengers will love it. Stop. Crew plans to mutiny anyway. Just hope you not be mad with us. Stop. Did they mutiny then? Nah, I don't know. Alright, well, unfortunately, we tried to make progress and then got stuck at puzzles that just say, here's 6 numbers, put them in random orders until you get it right. But you know what? The rest of the story was fun, and that takes us to the end of today's episode. Hope you enjoyed. If you guys are on YouTube, please like and subscribe. It's 1 or 2 clicks for you. It really does help me out a ton. And as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.